Rat row. This is awkward. Hello, camera. Sorry, we had that on Davo Vision because Dave, even 15 seconds ago, was right there on that spot. But Dave likes to be equidistant from me and Paul, so he's hovering just off screen here at Wonder Fair Home Shopping in beautiful downtown Lawrence, Kansas. I am your host and camera person and phone order customer service technician and delivery person and what else?
You do it all.
Janitor. I mean, you also do it all.
Yeah. Do less of the janitorial.
I enjoy it more. Welcome.
Welcome to another week at the Wonder Fair Home Shopping Network. Broadcasting live on Instagram and YouTube. All episodes, by the way, are archived on our YouTube, youtube.com/wonderfair. Dave's.
Bye, Dave.
Bye, Dave's leaving. Okay. See you, Dave.
Yep. Wonder Fair YouTube channel has it's honestly probably in useful historical document.
This is what people did back in the days of the 2020 pandemic.
I was thinking, just even looking back to when we started our show in March, how have things changed?
You can watch my hair grow.
You can watch Paul's hair grow. Yeah. You can watch me continue to not care about my hair. Dave looks about the same.
Yeah, Dave keeps pretty tidy.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is Monday of the week and a rainy Monday here in Lawrence, Kansas. So traditionally, and if it's a tradition after only 2 Mondays, we do a local news review on a Monday. So everybody can start their week on the same page. This Monday's news, covering last week, we had a slow week of forums because they kept happening during the day and when we are unable to watch and live stream. So we'll be catching up a lot this week, streaming perhaps every night except this one, because tonight at 7 p.m. is the first in a series of mysterious sounds from across the room.
What's Dave getting into?
He's definitely in a box.
All right, Dave's found a new box, yeah.
Sorry, that's not what's happening at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., if you're in Lawrence, Kansas, or anywhere in the world, and you'd like to know more about local governance and civic engagement.
Courtney's night.
Courtney Shipley, city commissioner, swell person, is going to be teaching, I guess is maybe the right term, teaching a course via live stream people can watch about civic engagement and who and how to communicate with city government when you need to get stuff done. So that, I think, is an effort to help people feel and understand how to make the government accessible in ways that it's frankly probably like structurally not, but there are more and less effective ways to try to make sure your opinions are heard. And Courtney will be sharing kind of the insider info on that as someone who is currently sitting as commissioner, but who has also been attending city commission meetings and being a very squeaky wheel for years on many topics, getting a lot of stuff done. So
yeah,
respect.
That is, do you remember where that's happening? Because I'm trying to find it right now.
Paul, everything just happens on the internet.
I want to tell people where they can go on the internet to
www.
Is it a Lawrence City thing?
I have no idea.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it right now.
Okay, I don't remember where it was. I saw a tweet about it again this morning.
Yeah, where are those tweets?
We'll retweet it. Just go to Wonder Fair's Twitter and we'll retweet it when we find it. Okay. And that's how the biscuits get made. I said biscuits. I don't think that's an actual saying, but Dave's been just making so many biscuits at home.
It's true.
That's some good news for the people. Okay, so I had that bit of news, and then we will proceed to stream sheriff forums that we've missed over the last week. Ideally, the NAACP and Natives Vote forums, and there might be a DA forum we missed in there as well.
Oh, there's a DA forum. We missed there's an NAACP County Commission forum that happened. And the District 10 forum as well.
part of me does feel like with the vote next Tuesday, we're going to try to be more selective, because here's the deal, folks. We support the justice ticket with no reservations, and we feel like the people power of joining that movement for mass momentum is the way to get the stuff done. Even though we like other folks on the ballots, our faves just happen to be all on one, convenient. So we might not be airing forums for district attorney because we believe Cooper Overstreet is the best
we've
choice.
already done a lot of district attorney forums.
Yeah, we sure have.
Vote for Coop.
Vote for Coop. And for District 3 County Commissioner, Shannon Portillo is absolutely our fave pick and is also on the justice ticket. In the 2nd district, it's going to be Shannon Reed. Vote for Shannon. Shannon is also on the justice ticket. And as I've explained before, I feel like rounds out a triumvirate of county commissioners where we would have Patrick Kelly. He reps the 1st district and it's not up for vote. He's well aligned. He's already keyed into all the players in office currently and is aligned with maybe like sort of more the money interests of Lawrence. Not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying like he participates in a sphere of influence that's like tied into that and is a very good person and does a good job doing it for the most part. Though he goofed up that jail vote. So Patrick Kelly, he's clued in. Shannon Portillo, all that background in criminal justice work, that's literally what she's been doing her whole life as an adult, studying the criminal legal system and how justice is wrought and even improving justice in like high levels of power, like for the government and for the army, trying to fix some problems they've had going on. So wouldn't that be nice to have in your county commission? That feels like a real, honestly, too qualified. But we're lucky because Shannon actually wants to hang out with us. So we got our criminal justice extreme experience and Shannon Portillo. We got Patrick, who's got experience already in the seat, and he's like tied into a certain group of people who make laws in Lawrence, Kansas, and Douglas County. And then Shannon Reed comes from kind of the grassroots movements of Lawrence, has been doing grassroots activism and organizing in Lawrence for, I think, literally decades at this point. And so that's a unique kind of experience to bring to the office that's not gone through the usual channels of power, which I don't feel like we really want to keep propping up again and again. So I'd love to see someone who's a community organizer, like very clearly community organizers, comes out of the community, works in social work. What a great triumvirate to have running your county. I got lengthy on that.
That's good because it gave me a little bit of time to look up some stuff. But I do want to add, we're so hyped on the justice ticket. If you want to help that justice ticket, they are looking for folks to do phone banking for them, not just tonight specifically at 5:30, but also for the next 2 weeks, so we can really turn out that vote. Because we've been talking about this primary, the August 4th primary, for a couple months now, but it's not necessarily on the radars of everybody else in the community. But I know that this is a community that wants to make good progressive change, and we have some candidates who can really do that. So if you are interested in helping to turn out the vote for the justice ticket, they want people to help phone bank.
You said it great.
Cool. Great.
I got real verbose.
I will say,
what a team.
Yes. So Civic Engagement 101 tonight with Courtney Shipley. It's actually the start of a series.
I know.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
So this is going to be happening monthly. The first session is tonight, hosted by the Lawrence Public Library and League of Women Voters, Lawrence Douglas County. So if you hit any of those channels, you will find more info. It's going to be via Zoom. So Zoom your way there. Do they have to register? Let's see. No, you don't even have to register. That's great. Okay. So that's tonight. It starts at 7 to 8 with Courtney Shipley.
Cool. That's a fun local announcement.
That's a good local
announcement.
announcement.
So we're counting down to Election Day. Tomorrow, is today the 27th? Calendar check.
It is. We're getting through July.
Wow! Folks, tomorrow's the last day to request a mail-in ballot for the election.
It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the last day. I think you should do it today if you've decided you're going to do a mail-in ballot. Here's what I don't want you to do. don't do it just to hedge your bets, because once you've requested a mail ballot, it's ideal not to then vote another way. Like, you got to wait for the mail ballot and send it back. So if you're committed to voting from home and mailing in a ballot, make sure you request your ballot. You can do that online, probably chaosvotes.org. I don't even know. That's just the web address I memorized.
Go to that.
But that'll probably be
Douglas
a good place
County
to start.
Website.
Yep,
probably.
And then a ballot will come to you in the mailbox. You can track it through the USPS. It's very special. The ballot comes, you fill it out, lickety split. Do you even need a stamp on it, Paul? Probably not.
I don't know.
I bet not. But you don't even need a stamp. I'm just putting that out there.
I'm gonna vote in person early.
Wait, I haven't finished saying how to. And then you probably have to sign the back of your envelope using the signature that you registered to vote with. So I hope you're pretty consistent with your signature. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but got to be kind of close. And mail that bad boy right back in. And then you can track it on the way back. After tomorrow, you're going to want to vote in person and avoid any kind of lines or grouping. Wear your mask. Go to one of the 2 in-person voting stations in town. Just stroll right up. You're probably going to be all alone. It's going to make you feel a little worried about democracy. But it's okay.
You can vote in person at the courthouse and out on Iowa.
I want to vote on Wednesday in person.
On Wednesday? Wednesday?
I think I might do a little. I'm going to look for an auspicious day and I'm going to go for it on that day. But I do feel like it's going to be Wednesday. Make
your plan to vote. Thanks to Kaylin for offering some corrections in our Instagram setting. We said elections in 2 weeks. No, it's literally next week.
I said that. I said it's next Tuesday.
I can't believe it's next Tuesday. I still haven't gotten that in my head.
Oh. Well, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm telling you folks that it's next Tuesday, which is why I want you to get those ballots and go vote in person this week. Time is running out.
Kaylin also adds that there are many ways to return your mail-in ballot. There's drop boxes around town that are secured drop boxes, so you can use that instead of burning that stamp, although we all know USPS could use a little flavor right now. Okay, so next Tuesday. I can't believe it.
I can.
August 4th. Let's get out that vote. I just, here we are. It's almost August. Who knew?
You know who knew?
Dave.
Folks, I'm telling you some more local news.
What a segue.
Dave knows what day it is because Dave's here every day of the year. Our special for charity Dave calendar that we printed a really huge edition of because it made the cost per unit very low. And we figured once we're done selling them middle of the year, we'll just start giving them away. And hopefully by then we would have made a bunch of money to give to the Lawrence Humane Society where Dave came from. We have now made, we looked into it this morning, a little over $600 on the sale of our Dave calendars. That's just the profit. We're giving all the profits to the Humane Society. So it's happening every day of the year. That means we have maybe like 100 left or so. So if you would like a free copy, look at Dave for July. So cute. But here's what I'm telling you now. In about 3 days, you're going to want to start tracking the election details. And I got to tell you, sneak preview, August is the best month of the year. Boom. Fuzzy Belly. It's a real fuzzy Dave in a basket, and you're going to want a free copy of this calendar. Even when the year is done, and we all recognize that it was probably one of the worst years of our lives, you're going to want to just save the photos of Dave. You could frame them. Could put them up in your locker at school next year.
Yeah.
You can.
If you want to come get them signed, Dave will do that for you.
Oh my gosh, he won't. He can't write.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Okay, fair enough. And I also wanted to announce that we got to start thinking about our every day of the year calendar for 2021. So if anybody, I know you can't have visited very much. I've been taking a lot of quality shots of Dave for the calendar. But if folks want to come, start going through your photo rolls to prep your photos of Dave for us, so we can once again do our charitable drive every day of the year. We'll make our donation to the Lawrence Humane Society real soon, and that $600, we're going to see if they'll let it go toward emergency vet care for cats that need it, like Dave did. I don't know that they have special funds like that, but maybe they'll let us fund a surgery or something. That'd be cool. So Good job, everybody. Thanks.
For your free Dave calendar, we put a few out in our little newsletter box out front, or you can just pop into the shop and ask for one. Mm-hmm. We've been giving them out to all the Dave-OTs who
someone comes in and they're like, "Ooh, Dave."
If they ask, "Where's Dave?" Usually the answer is he's sleeping somewhere. So instead of getting to see real life Dave, often they get the free Dave calendar. So yeah, you can, boy, that July photo.
I know, it's so cute.
I love this very derpy October photo too.
Yeah, some of the photos were lower quality because they were on my old iPhone, but they still really show off Dave in all his glory.
Beautiful.
Thank you to Tom Harper, our friend and local business person, realtor, who gave us the idea for an every Dave of the year calendar. So shout out. Local news. Okay, what do we cover? The election's so soon.
Yeah, Kaylin asked if we're still undecided between Flory and Armbruster for the sheriff office.
Do y'all want to, I know that this is a politics show, and we're just normal folks trying to figure out how to vote and not pretending to be anything more than that. This decision's the hardest for me, which is why I got to still keep watching forums, because if I'm honest, in a perfect world, I feel like Armbruster would be the better sheriff to make the world I want to see, which is one where we have way less spending on carceral systems and way more spending on first preventative community safety programs like reducing poverty and increasing access to education, health, and housing. I think,
and to be fair, those are things that Flory has also spoken to as well.
And I think that's really necessary right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like he's paying attention to conversations. He's willing to engage in conversations. I haven't been that. It doesn't seem like the other candidates are quite as forward along in their progression towards social justice, I guess.
No, well, I see them believing more and relying more on a belief in existing authoritarian structures and hierarchies of power that we haven't seen be very fair. And we can't really build racial equity until we dismantle those belief structures. So that's why in a perfect world, I said, it's going to be Armbruster for me. But here's the thing. We know that it's not a solitary office. Everyone's doing their work, not in a vacuum as an independent actor, but in a society. And the sheriff has to be in charge of a bunch of people under them who are themselves probably, they're not elected and they chose that life because they might also prefer authoritarian structures. And it might be very challenging for a real rabble-rouser to get in there and make huge changes and actually have them stick and not just cause total chaos, because we've seen that when a politician's goal is just to sow chaos, that is very dangerous. So this is a really hard one. Yeah. I would like to see Flory and Armbruster and their two sheriffs in the last days before the campaign get together and say, guess what?
Wouldn't it be nice
if
the Democratic primary was the two Democratic candidates, Dale Flory and Jay Armbruster, and they could run against the Republican candidate, Doug Woods?
That would be ideal.
In the general election this November.
That would be the fair way to do it.
That would be the fair way to do it, is to not have a Republican in our Democratic primary. Also true in the district attorney race, where Suzanne Valdez is a Republican running in the Democratic primary.
I think Valdez switched parties more distantly.
It was within the last year.
I haven't seen that confirmed.
Pretty sure it's confirmed.
I just don't want to, I really believe in the truth, and I believe you gotta I don't know that one. I only want to talk about the sheriffs right now. Cooper Overstreet for DA. We just have it on camera that Wood said, I am a Republican, although I have some alignments that are maybe more Democrat, but I changed parties explicitly and only to vote for a sheriff in the primary. And now he is the front-running Democratic candidate who will beat out the two actual Democrats in our primary. Is that okay?
It's messed up.
That feels kind of messed up.
And
like,
it's another,
the election commission should take a look at that and not allow it.
It's another good case for runoff voting.
Yes.
Not runoff voting.
Ranked choice
voting. Ranked choice voting. Which
I just take a nap
we gotta do our research because we don't know exactly what's all involved in implementing ranked choice voting. Not only locally, does it have to be the state? I don't know. But we want to do more research on that because it's a particularly interesting election locally where 2 Republicans are running in the Democratic primaries here. And so ranked choice voting,
splitting the vote away.
And so ranked choice voting,
a more progressive candidate.
Ranked choice voting could help solve that, particularly in a case of, a situation like the District 2 County Commission, where we have 2 clear jail no candidates, Shannon Reed and Sarah Taliaferro, potentially splitting that vote, and we could end up with Nancy Thelman in office still, who did vote for the jail, and despite all assurances in her campaign this time, I believe probably still supports the jail.
Mm-hmm. I think, is this a time, since this is local news, we can just talk about this stuff. This is just a thought experiment for everyone at home. We're all going through a lot of experiments right now, and we just have to look at ourselves and make sure the space we're taking up is the most helpful space for us at any given time. Look around, see, are you taking space away from someone who needs it more? Are you increasing the safety for someone else by being in the space near them? It's pretty frustrating, folks. We just gotta strategize and get our teams together. Transformers, and then just go forward.
Does anybody out there know how we get ranked choice voting happening locally?
Yeah, how do we get ranked choice voting?
Yeah, we want to know how to do that.
Should we switch from being a stationery store to a ranked choice voting lobbying firm?
Hey, it's on the table. Everything is. Well, I wonder if part of me thinks maybe it comes through the party.
I think that's true because in Pennsylvania, am I correct that they have ranked choice voting?
It's popping up in many different places. I mean, I know that I think in Maine they've implemented it statewide, but I don't know how it goes down in terms of, individual communities and if they have that power to create ranked choice in their local elections. My guess is probably yes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But if we are talking about maybe putting some more progressives into the party, I want to yet again bring up the precinct campaign, the precinct committee people campaign. We've got a lot of folks running as write-ins for precinct committee for the Democratic Party. You want to check out Write Us In LFK on Instagram and maybe also elsewhere. But Write Us In LFK, and you can find out if somebody, if we've got a progressive running for a Democratic precinct committee person in your district. You need to know your district, and they'll have that info on that website so you can find out your precinct, not district, precinct. That's the news here for election stuff. What else?
Well, I'm seeing this interesting note that the Democratic presidential primary was ranked choice in Kansas this year. So is it race by race if it's going to be ranked choice?
Could be. We don't know.
We have a lot
let's figure this one out, and let's try and get it in place by our next local election.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Here's another option, though, that could be easier.
I'm sorry, I didn't explain what ranked choice voting was.
I think people know.
I'm going to explain it just in case people don't know. In case you tuned in. Ranked choice voting is where you vote for people in order of your preference, with the exception of one candidate. So if there's 3 candidates, you vote for 2. And if there's 4 candidates, you vote for 3. And so if your number 1 pick in District 2 is Shannon Reed, you put Shannon Reed at number 1, and then you put Sarah Taliaferro at number 2, and you don't vote for the 3rd candidate. And that will add, that essentially can avoid progressives splitting their vote because the person with the most first place votes could then get those second place votes if the second place or third place candidate's non-viable.
Is that quite how it works?
Yeah. So the first, okay, so
it's a points-based system. So the number of ones you get is worth full point. Number twos you get is like a half a point, right?
Oh, it could happen either way, maybe.
If both conservatives and progressives rank, for example, Sarah Taliaferro second, and even if there are, it's something like that.
I think it can happen either way. There might be multiple methods from it, but essentially, if one can't, anyway,
we're not expert enough to talk about this.
You can Google it.
Google it. That's how everybody gets better at things, and we'll talk about it after the August primary because we don't have time to worry about it right now. Right now, we just have to hope for the best and learn from our mistakes. And if it's probably too late to thin down the field because everybody's going to be on the ballot now. So this is what we're working with.
Any other announcements here?
Mondays are tough, huh, everyone?
We're just getting back into it,
How's everybody doing out there? I just want to check in with the people. It's been a long, hard road. We're doing a lot, but it's worth it. The alternative is really bad, so this is good. This is good.
I saw a local news bit that they're doing some activity up in Robinson Park with the Shunganunga Boulder.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They're like letting it be temporarily renamed.
They're installing a plaque, and I don't know too much more than that. I know that it's
You're right. It's better than no. Hold on.
So for those who don't know, up in Robinson Park, which is the tiny little park in between the bridges going into North Lawrence. There's a big boulder that is it's currently called Settlers Rock, and on the boulder. Hey Meredith, can you do that elsewhere?
Sorry, I didn't want to cross the camera.
It's a giant rock that has the names of all the white folks who settled Lawrence in the 19th century. But the rock itself was pulled out of the river up near Topeka, and there's a sort of contentious history of the rock, both between white people and between the native tribes. The rock is documented as being a particularly important rock for the Kanza tribe, and so there's been an ongoing, a very low-level ongoing dialogue related to the rock over the last decade or so, and some people are calling for the expatriation of it, and there's right now though the immediate action is that they're finally putting at least a temporary plaque in place that says this rock is more than just a white people monument. And they're going to look, it's meant to start a dialogue about like what the future holds for the rock, also known as the Shunganunga Boulder, I believe.
By who?
Well, I think that's the, I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Cool. Well, that's good. That's a nice thing.
I think it's like that's a great thing to happen, and it's overdue. So I'm interested to see where it goes, and to see, good things happening, hopefully.
Cool. I don't know anybody else. Does expressing your opinions about politics ever make you just very anxious and tired? Is that just me? I just sort of live in fear about all the things people project on each other based on that, and it's a lot, but we got to find that bravery inside us and just keep talking about it. So I'm glad I did that, but you know what? I think it's the end of our Monday episode because there's a bunch of people hanging out outside the front door. By a bunch, I mean two. Two people, but they're our good friends, the Silvestris.
All right, let's get the store open for them. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll show you some new stuff in the store.
That's
Newsday
exciting.
Tuesday, which is maybe a misnomer because Monday is really the local news day.
Okay, now everybody, we're just going to take a nap. Everybody just take a nap. There's a lot to do for next week, so you might just need to take a nap. Take a nap right here. Well, that was nice, actually. Whew. Goodbye.